What's good, everybody? It's your man's Ken Jackson. This is the Ken Jackson Experience. Doing something different today. Figured I'd take y'all on a ride with me. Gonna go pick up the grandbabies from school. Hopefully this thing won't fall over while I'm rolling. I had to stop and get me a... That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Had to stop here and get me a lemonade unsweet tea. Now I'm gonna go grab the kids out of school. It's election day, so I hope everybody's out getting their vote in. As we lead up to next year's midterm elections. But today we're getting those governor's races knocked out. And I believe some other state level representatives, city level and stuff like that. So all eyes are on New York right now. The New York mayoral race and the Virginia and New Jersey gubernatorial races are big ticket items as well. Looks like the Democrats are leading, which if they win those seats and offices, it's going to be a big plus for the Democratic Party. A big fuck you to Donald Trump. Which is funny because Donald Trump's not even supporting the Republican mayoral candidate. He's actually supporting Andrew Cuomo. Imagine that. Sexual predator supporting another sexual predator. He keeps calling Mamdani a communist. Mr. Trump, he's not a communist. But how would you know? Since you flunked out of school so badly, yeah, we saw your school transcripts. You're not as smart as you claim to be. But yeah, Mamdani is not a communist. He's a democratic socialist. And those are his own words, his own declarations, which is part of the reason the establishment Democrats aren't supporting him, which is stupid to me. Lets you know that there's a bunch of old motherfuckers in the Democratic Party that need to go. Times are changing, y'all. Y'all got to get with the program. In fact, that's what's wrong with all these politics, really. We got to get all these old motherfuckers out the way that's trying to hold on to power. You know, they don't want to leave office because, hey, what are they going to do? You know what I mean? We definitely need some new laws to put an end to career politicians. So much needs to be changed. Supreme Court, most definitely. That does not need to be a lifetime appointment. Doesn't make sense to me that somebody can be put into an office and it's for life. And there's damn near no recourse to get them out of there if they're fucking up. They don't have any ethics rules to follow, or they police themselves. The Supreme Court is just a mess. It really is. they've given up all their power to Donald Trump. You know, they made Donald Trump immune to any prosecutions. So he can basically do whatever the hell he wants. I mean, they literally said it was okay for him to use SEAL Team 6 to kill his political opponents. Can you believe that? Can you believe that's what come from our Supreme Court? They're supposed to be the last stop in the law, but they would basically make the president above the law. How did this happen? It happened because we've been asleep at the wheel for probably the last 30 years in this country as far as our politicians go. The last one to be held to accountability was Richard Nixon. Some would say Bill Clinton, but Bill Clinton got away with his infractions as well. And he went on to serve 2 terms, and in spite of the shit that Bill Clinton did in office, he was actually a good president as far as getting the job done. He left us with a budget surplus. No Republican has ever done that. No Republican has ever even come close to balancing the budget. And I ain't mad at Bill Clinton. You know, Bill Clinton got caught fucking around with an ugly woman while in office, and he lied about it. Of course, any man would lie about fucking around with an ugly woman. You know, especially after, you know, when he gets caught. You know, that's what you do. Deny, deny, deny. Make him prove it. That's like man 101. You know, unfortunately, I'm not saying he was right, but that goes for women too. If you get caught in some shit like that, deny, deny, deny. You know, but he wasn't molesting anybody, or, you know, as far as we know, he's never, you know, been accused of that. Yeah, he used his presidential power, I guess, to, you could say he maybe intimidated Monica Lewinsky, but I don't believe that. I believe she knew exactly what she was doing. And the shit backfired. They both got caught, and they both look like a bunch of fools. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just my opinion, which I'm entitled to. You know what I mean? I've never been one to advocate for bad behavior anyway, but I'm human too. It's not to say I haven't done dumb shit in my life, because I have. Not dumb shit like that, though. Here we are. Shout out to everybody that logged in. Let's see, sir. I beg you for help. Donald Trump's not my president. Sorry, I didn't vote for his ass. I feel bad for whatever it is you think you might be going through. I really do feel for you, but Donald Trump is not my president. He is the president of the United States. You know, he won the election, as far as I know, fair and square. I'm not going to debate it one way or the other. But he's not my president. In terms of, you know, who I wanted to sit in the office, or who I thought would do the best job for the country. So, and I'm sorry to the rest of the world that we got what we got over here. I know y'all are probably looking at America like, hey, fucking crazy Americans. The hell are they going through? We're going through a lot right now. We're going through the fuck around and find out stage for real. Well, at least the ones who voted for him are. We We tried to warn y'all out there that Donald Trump was going to be a complete and utter disaster. And what's crazy though is we're watching it happen, and his supporters are screaming louder and louder and standing behind him as if he's their Lord and Savior. And speaking of Lord and Savior, it's Christian nationals that really, really baffle me. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a religious anything. Actually, I don't subscribe to any organized religion or anything like that. In my beliefs, in whatever my beliefs, it's not something I'm gonna push on anybody out there. But you Christian nationals crack me up because I'm very well versed in the Bible. Grew up, in a Christian household, was taught all of the baffling nonsense that Christianity brings with it. Even as a kid, I was like, this shit don't make no sense. But hey, more power to y'all, man. If your belief in Christianity gets you through the day, then hey, whatever floats your boat, I ain't mad at you. It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know I'm all over the place right now because I'm just chilling today. This wasn't any planned broadcast with any particular topic in mind. I just really was bored. And like I said, on my way here to pick up the grandbabies, here I am at C.A. Moore Elementary School. I don't know if y'all can see that, but waiting in line. I'm sure you can see that. This is an everyday thing, waiting in line to pick the kids up. But I don't care. I will be here every day to pick up my grandbabies. Because they are my meaning to life. You know what I mean? It's crazy when I think about the fact that I am a grandfather. I never imagined that I would be a grandfather. And I know a lot of people say that, but it's true. It's very true. When I was young, being a grandfather was the furthest thing from my mind. Hell, being a father was the furthest thing from my mind. I was just living life, just doing the damn thing like everybody else and enjoying, but I was fortunate that I did not make any babies too young. My firstborn came when I was 30 years old, and he wasn't an accident, y'all. In fact, none of my children were accidents. All of my children were planned with their mom, and we were married, and we had the perfect little nuclear family, and after my youngest was born, though, things went sideways, and like a lot of people, we got divorced, but we're still a family. My ex-wife, she's an amazing lady, and we get along great. She's a good friend, but she's family first. This is to all you young dudes out there and young ladies out there. Get your mind right, y'all. If y'all got kids together, act like you got some home training. I know a lot of you don't have the home training you should have had, but now that you're grown and you're supposed to know better, get your mind right. And I'm gonna speak directly to the young dudes out there. You stupid motherfuckers need to knock off the bullshit. Out here running around with every chick you think you can lay, making babies all over the place, and then not taking care of these kids. No excuse for not taking care of your kid. And let me tell you this, it don't have shit to do with the mothers. You know how you show up for your children. Be there. I don't give a shit how difficult your relationship is with your girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever. You make that shit work for them kids. You know what I mean? Not saying you got to stay with her, but God damn it, you need to find a way to get along, and if she doesn't want to be, uh amenable, then hey, let her be who she's going to be. You can't control her. Um you can't control her, what she does. If you don't like what she's doing, then hey, unfortunately I have to tell you, take her to court. Get them people involved. I don't like getting them people involved personally. But you know what? Sometimes it has to be done. And but there ain't no excuse for out here fighting and arguing with these chicks, or guys, and making it difficult for them, just to be petty and all that bullshit. Knock off the petty bullshit, really. I can tell you from experience, it's better when you can figure out how to get along and raise your children together, even though you're not together. Y'all don't have to love each other. Y'all don't have to, be buddy buddies, but damn it, you both need to be parents to those kids. Those kids need you more than anything else. These women with this attitude, oh, I can do bad by myself. You sure enough can. You sure enough can, because you sure enough showed that you did bad with somebody. So I'm sure you can do bad by yourself. And for you dudes talking about, I didn't want no kids anyway. Well, if you don't want no fucking kids, stop doing the things that make kids. Keep your dick in your pants. And for you girls out there, keep your panties on and keep your legs closed. Ain't no such thing as an accidental pregnancy. Ain't no such thing as an accidental baby. You had that child on purpose because you did what you did on purpose. Plain and simple. So let's knock off that bullshit too. Well, I wasn't trying to get pregnant. Yes, the fuck you were. You spread your legs and dudes, you shoved your dick in her coochie. You was trying to get pregnant. Fuck what you heard. Because that's the only way you can get pregnant. Unless you go into a damn laboratory and let them insert some shit into you. But other than that, it takes two motherfuckers to make a decision to do one act. And that one act leads to babies. So stop the bullshit. Don't want babies? Don't do the shit to make babies. I heard a motherfucker not too long ago saying, well, damn, I can't just not have sex. Yes, the fuck you can. Having sex is a decision you make. If you can't control yourself, then you are the problem. Both of y'all, men and women. If you cannot control yourself, then you are the fucking problem. These kids don't ask to be here. But when they come, then motherfucker, both of y'all need to stand up, be parents, and make sure these kids can grow up the best way possible. There ain't no instruction books, ain't no how-to manuals. Well, I guess there are nowadays, but that shit don't apply to real life. You got to step up, stand up, and be about that life and raising kids, both of y'all. I don't hear the bullshit from these dudes talking about, oh, my baby mama, she's so hard to this and that, and fuck, and she got a new man, and, fuck that. And fuck all that, dude. Fuck all that. Be a father to your children. Ladies, be mothers to your children. Don't try to keep them from their fathers. I don't care how much of a deadbeat you think their fathers are. Let them kids figure it out for themselves. Don't try to keep those kids from their dads. And dudes, don't try to control who these women are with after they leave your dumb ass. They're going to be with somebody else. You don't control her once she's not with you. Your dumb ass is with somebody else, so you think she wants to spend the rest of her life alone? Motherfucker said one day, well, she got them kids. You should have them kids too. Just as much. If you got time to be running around with some other chick, you got time to be running around with your kids. See, my kids knew who daddy was because I was there. Even though I didn't live with them. But I was there. And when I wasn't there, they were talking to me on the phone. I was present in every way possible. Didn't matter who my ex-wife was dating, and then she eventually got remarried. It didn't matter. All that mattered was those kids and raising those kids and making sure those kids had everything that they need and some of what they want. I'll say that part again. They had everything they needed and some of what they want. Nah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It was hard all the way around. For my ex-wife and for me. It was tough. It was really tough. But we made that shit happen for our kids. And today, here I am at 60 years old with 4 grandkids. Love them to death. I think I love my grandkids more than I love my own kids. And let me tell you, I know that sounds crazy, right? And grandbabies are the world to me. But I can send them home. when Pop gets tired, I can send them home. But like I said, my life is all about them grandbabies now. And for you dudes out there that's neglecting your children now, you're going to be sorry when they grow up and then they don't want to have shit to do with you. And then when they start having kids and you miss out on them grandkids' lives. Because them grandbabies need you too. So get your minds right, young men. Get your asses together. Stop the bullshit. Stop being petty. Get out them fucking streets. Get your life right. And be a father to them children. I can't say it any clearer than that. All right, y'all. I guess that's all I need to rant about today. Ain't that crazy? I started on some politics bullshit and went into the grandbabies. But you know what? Life is crazy like that. That's exactly how life is. Shit is like a ping pong ball. It's all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? And you have to learn how to flow with it. Ain't nothing gonna go exactly the way we want it to every time. But make a plan for your life. Make a plan and do everything you can do to stick to that plan. And when plans don't go as expected, it's okay. It's okay to trip up. It's okay to even fall down. As long as you pick yourself back up and keep moving forward. All right, I got to go. I'm your man's Ken Jackson, and this is my experience. If you haven't take a visit to my YouTube channel, Crazy Baby TV World. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell because you might miss out on some good shit. Every now and then I got something to say that's worthwhile. Trust me. Real talk. And it could be beneficial to anybody. All right, y'all. Gotta get the babies. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.